I'm on Wi-Fi though. My bad, guys. I don't know what happened to the live. I don't know what happened to the live, but that must
Yeah,
have
me
stopped.
either.
Are you? You say you're not on Wi-Fi, huh?
No.
I mean, it's pretty clear now. But yeah. So back to you was so your freshman year basically got took away. So how many games did you actually play in Fort Bend?
I played like
So
6.
you played 6 games. So why was the reason that you left Austin?
Huh?
What was the reason for leaving Austin?
Travis?
Yeah.
My dad just felt like the private school was the best route. Because at that time, private school was like popping at that time.
Who was all in the public private school at that time as far as players?
Uh, I can't really name no specific players. Because
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't really know players until like my sophomore year because my sophomore year I was gonna be able to play until I went back to
Mm,
public school and then I wasn't able to play. Because if
gotcha.
I would have stayed at private school my sophomore year, then I would have played that whole season.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so you started at Austin. You went to Lutheran North. You didn't play because you started late. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you enrolled
Yeah,
late. So your
yeah,
freshman year. So private school. You said private school was popular, so that's why your dad moved you.
yeah.
Correct. So you wasn't able to play. So what was you doing between not playing your freshman year to that summer of AAU? I guess your freshman.
Just just trying to stay in the gym.
Gotcha. So was you
Trying to
planning
stay in
on?
the gym in between. Like I wasn't playing, but I still had to be at practices. I still had to go to every game,
Okay. So
travel
what?
with them, everything.
Got you. So what? So did you play AAU that freshman year, going
Uh,
into your sophomore year?
yeah. My
Who'd you
freshman
play
year,
with?
yeah, I think I played with Houston Dream.
Oh, Houston with Trey now.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. So how did that go for you?
that was good. Good.
Yeah. Um. So you wasn't. I mean, you basically wasn't on no radar as far as because they're not like a well known team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just around the states or whatever. So your sophomore year,
Mhm.
you transferred to. Wait, where'd you transfer to?
I went to another private school.
Oh, you left a private school and went to another private school.
Yeah, I went to a different one,
So what private school was that?
St.
St.
Pius.
Pius.
Mm.
And they said they will wait. So why was UIL in the picture if it was a tap
I,
school?
I I don't know that. We don't know that reason either. But I ended up coming from TAPS, going to UIL, and then it was just a whole big thing. I don't know.
Wait, is St. Pius a UIL school?
No, it's TAPS.
Yeah, that doesn't even. Yeah, I mean it's over with now, but still, like that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Um, so so that whole year you didn't play a lick of basketball
Mm-mm.
from a high school standpoint.
No.
But you still had to go to the practices at St. Pius and travel with the
Well,
team.
so when I was at St. Pius, like if I would have stayed there, then I would have been able to play. But because I transferred, and the coach basically told UIL and TAPS that I transferred back to Travis because of basketball reasons, they had
Right.
to have a meeting and stuff like that.
Got you. So between so your I think your sophomore year leading up to your junior year, that's when I first met you when you played with DFW Elite, correct?
Yeah,
Got you. Okay, 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 okay. Now it's making sense. So leading up to that point, going to play EYBL, you basically played 6 games of high school.
yeah,
6 games of high school leading up into your junior to your yeah, leading up to your junior year. You only played 6 games of high school basketball besides what you did in AAU.
yeah.
So do you feel like that that hurt you in a sense not being able to play some high school basketball even though you play AAU? Because some parents take their kids out of public school just to do AAU and kind of train
Mm.
or leave them in club ball. So do you feel like that hurt you or do you feel like it
Oh
helped
yeah,
you?
for sure. Yeah, I definitely think it hurt me because training can only do so much. I was just constantly training, but I wasn't, playing against nobody. So the work that I was putting in, I wasn't able to like distribute it and see what works and what doesn't work.
Got you. But you was playing AAU, right? You played AAU for
Yeah,
those 2 seasons, correct?
yeah,
Well, that one season before your sophomore year, and then your sophomore year leading up to your junior, you played with DFW Elite,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
So did you played for DFW Elite that whole junior season? No, your whole
The
sophomore season, the
sophomore
16.
sophomore season. Yeah. The
Yeah,
17 year.
got you. So you was 16 playing with the 17.
Yeah.
Got you. So how do you feel like? So how did you get to the DFW Elite?
I don't even know. My dad got in contact with him. I went to a practice in Dallas, and then I was just basically on the team.
Got you. So how do you feel like that summer went? Because like when I first met you, I think it was March Fest. I ran into your dad, and he was like, you know how he is.
Hmm.
Come up to me, hey, come record my daughter, da 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 da, or whatever. So that was the first time I actually like ran cross paths with him. I recorded you, and I'm like, oh, like you could play. Like that's when I first like knew that you could play ball. Like
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. But how do you think that first year kind of went of AAU playing with the EYBL?
Um, it went all right. I think I could have definitely done better, but like I said before, it was all within my confidence. Like I feel like if I had more confidence, like the confidence I had my junior and senior, then I definitely would have had a better outcome than what I had.
Got you. So the confidence that you're talking about, why do you think your confidence was shot?
Uh, I guess. Uh, I think the coach just didn't let me play my game. I think they put me in positions where I wasn't like I'm a scorer. So
Yep.
like if you just want me to sit in a corner and stuff like that, that's just not how my game flows.
hmm And when you say coaches, like, are you talking about like high school or
Hey,
AAU?
you.
AAU. Got you. So with DFW League, I think I want to say you kind of that first live period, you kind of led the team in scoring or the EYBL in scoring or something like that, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So how was that? Like, I know that was a confidence booster for sure. Going on the EYBL, you led the EYBL and scoring that first session. Um, Coming off basically really not playing basketball, just straight training. So
Mhm.
how was that as a feeling? Like, dang, I led the EYBL in scoring.
It definitely was a confidence booster because before I found out that it wasn't I didn't really feel good about the whole session because we lost every single game. So that was definitely a bummer. But once I found out, okay, I was the leading scorer, so I'm actually doing great. Then that was good.
Got you. So went from DFW Elite, then you went to
Royal.
Royal. So kind of talk about that decision. Like you went from a school where that you didn't play at all. So you going back to public
Mm,
school. So I guess your parents was like, we're gonna go try the public school route again. So what was the decision there? And it was 4A at the time. So
yeah.
what was the decision like behind that? Like what was the reasoning that your
We
parents
just ended up moving in that Brookshire Royal area. That was
got you?
just
So and
close.
that
Yeah.
was the school that was in alignment.
Mhm.
Got you. So how was your experience there? Because I mean, like the talent wasn't great, but you you averaged like 20 something. You know what I'm saying? There led them to what 3 4 rounds deep in the playoffs. Just kind of talk about like just your journey there. What did you learn from your time at Royal?
Uh, that was a great experience. It taught me how to be a leader. It like I never been on a team with players that wasn't as good as I was. So it
Mhm.
taught me how to be a leader, have patience and stuff like that. And the coach was great as well. He stayed with the ball in my hand. He stayed giving me good words of confidence and encouragement. So that was definitely good. And it that
Gotcha.
was a booster for my confidence as well.
So being put in those situations, even though like I said, you said like you didn't play with players that was as good as you. We live in an era where a lot of high school kids are transferred to play with talented kids. Like,
Mhm.
give some advice on like some kids that was in that situation that was like they'll play for a team, but they're like the stud on the team, but they're kind of struggling to figure out their leadership. What are some things that you kind of did as a player to kind of be like, you know what, this is what it is. I'm gonna figure it out.
I guess you gotta have a bond with those players that's on that team. Cause I mean, some things like they're not putting in the same hours as you are. Sometimes they might be in a predicament where they can't put the same hours in as you are. So just building that relationship with them, having conversations with coaches, having conversations with your teammates, just having that bond, and then you'll be fine.
Got you. So you learn how to be a leader there. So
Hmm.
leading up. So what offers did you have leaving your sophomore year of AAU to your junior year of high school?
Uh, I didn't have none, and then like, well, you saying like my sophomore year
Just from
before
that
my
just
junior
from
year
that
before AAU.
yeah.
I ended up getting one D2. I think
Hmm.
it's D2. I can't remember. Texas A&M International, and then I
Yeah.
ended up getting my first D1 from UAPB.
Got you. And this was the start of your junior high school career.
Yeah,
Got you. Got you. So how was it like getting those two offers?
it was good. It definitely was another confidence booster, and like it inspired me to get in the gym more, and it made me realize, okay, you got this first D1 offer. You're D1 now, so now it's just
Hmm.
only up from here.
Got you. So junior year kind of ends. You lost in the playoffs. Now senior, um, what is it? Oh, you go to the Travis, right?
Austin.
Fort Bend, Austin. Fort Bend, Austin. You go to Fort Bend, Austin. So why that move? So now you at four different schools in 4 years,
Yeah.
technically.
So that was another like a area move. Like we moved to another house, and that was just hi. That was another area move.
Hmm.
Hey.
But yeah, so the the another move, it just seems like, and I'm gonna get to this later on, but it seems like your parents, like I mean, I know your parents, so it seems like it's always a different move. Do you feel like it was for the betterment, or do you feel like it's just like, dang, I really want to be at one school, like you know what I'm saying, and kind of just build my career there? Because I know that can kind of tailor your some confidence at the sense. Like
Mhm.
it's like, dang, like I can't build no friends, I can't build no relationships, like I can't really build no chemistry with a team over, you know what I'm saying, over years. Um, and like I said, I know your parents are doing well, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like being able to take care of you and stuff. So it's just kind of like normally when kids are in that predicament, like their parents aren't doing well, and like so they have to move
Mhm.
different times. So do you feel like, or when you look back at that situation, like you like, dang, I wish I could have been at one school for all 4 years, or at least one school for 2 years straight? Like, do you ever think about like something like that?
I definitely do feel. I definitely do. What in the past, I definitely did feel like, dang, I wish I would have been able to stay at a school, at one school for 4 years, or at least not be at a different school each year.
Hmm. Do you feel like that played a part in your confidence in a sense, or just your playing ability, just not being able to mentally focus? Like, yeah, I'm going to school here next year, or you always having that like, dang, I might be moving this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, do you feel like that helps you in a sense of where you at today? Like you in St. Louis, you kind of far away from the crib. So do you feel
Hmm.
like that kind of helped transition you? Like it was an easy transition to kind of leave home in a sense.
Uh, yeah, I think pretty much. Like the coach when I first started, like the coaches, I won't say they were necessarily soft, but I was the best player on the team, and I didn't really have no like. It wasn't really hard for me to be on that team. I didn't really have no pressure on me and stuff like that. And as I got to Royal and Austin, I had coaches that were going to get on me for mistakes I made, getting on me for not being a leader. So yeah.
Got you. So your junior year, you played for AAU after Royal. You went to what is it? You started with DFW League, correct?
Spaz.
Oh, you started with Spaz. So you started with Spaz with Will now. So how was that um, transition from DFW Elite to Spaz, which is a non-circuit team? Besides, I think it's E40, but it's not like a well-known
Hmm.
circuit like that. It's not like a high-power circuit like EYB, Adidas, or Under Armour.
That was good.
How was it?
That was
You said
great as
what?
well. Like he put the ball in my hand. He utilized me the right way.
Hmm.
Uh, Also like boosting up my leadership as well. Like that was just a great experience. I had great players around me. It was good.
Got you. So you played with Spaz the first two live periods.
Hmm.
The first two live periods. Um, so how many offers do you think you probably had after the first two live periods? Because I think this was your blow up summer.
Yeah, I probably 20,
20.
20
So
something, somewhere
how
around
was
there.
that? How was that transition? Like you had two offers going into this season, basically. Um, how was that feeling? What was that feeling like? Like, oh snap! Like, oh, I think it's time. Like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So how was that
It was a
feeling?
great it was a great feeling, but it was also a bit hectic because you gotta talk to all these coaches. You gotta be on the phone with them and stuff like that. But overall, it was good. I was definitely blessed to be in that position, coming from nothing to something, and knowing that I have the opportunity to go play for free.
Got you. So June comes, or not giving comes. You with a different team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You with the Mavs. So talk about that transition to leave Team Spaz, and you picked up 20 offers when you left this organization. So now you with another team. Granted, it's a known name circuit
Mm-hmm.
team with Under Armour, but like why the move after so much great progress to from the Team Spaz?
I think it was just a lot of outside talk that felt like I couldn't felt like they just wanted to see how I would be on a circuit team, or how I would be able to play against smoke, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
that's what that move was basically was.
do you feel like it was a difference? Because at this point, you pretty much blew up for the most part. Like you wasn't a 4 star, you wasn't a 5 star, but you blew up as far as like getting offers and stuff like that. So do you even feel like it was a different in competition?
It de- I,
Like
it
the level of
definitely
competition, do you
was.
feel like it was?
Yeah, it definitely was. Like when I played on Spaz, I mean, there were great players on the Elite 40, but when
Right.
I played with the Mavs, you had ranked players in the UA and stuff like that. So it definitely was better competition for sure.
Got you, got you. So I think July you went and played with the UA,
Hmm.
correct? You played with UA. Playing against these top players, putting up numbers against these top players, and you still not even really pulling in. I think what was your biggest UCF
Yeah.
was the Big 12.
Hmm.
Big 12 that was the biggest one. Because did you have any in Texas teams like D1?
I had SMU,
Okay.
uh, UTEP. What else did I have?
Uh,
I have UTA.
okay. So you had a
I
few in Texas.
had like 4 or 5,
Okay.
something like that.
Got you. So you play UA. Now you at Fort Bend. I think this is where everybody was like, you did it at 4A. Now let's see if you can do it at
Yeah.
6A. It was always something. You know what I'm saying? It was
Hmm.
always something to kind of you got to prove yourself. Um, so now you at 6A. You're at the highest level in TAPS. I mean UIL. So you go crazy. I think you finished with averaging 20 some plus points. Um, so how was that season? You with a more, I guess, structural coach that's really holding you accountable in certain situations. So how was that transition? Do you feel like that situation helped you, or do you feel like it was kind of the same as
No,
far as like the?
I think it just solidified who I was as a player. I think I mean it was a great team. We had a great run. Like you said, it definitely was a coach that held me accountable. So. now, I'm in a position where um my coach here gets on me, and I'm able to take that criticism because I had that in high school, and it just got me ready for this level.
Got you. So, let's fast forward. You end up running into um Justice Nim in the playoffs. I think it was the regional finals.
Yeah.
Regional finals game. Just talk about that whole just experience of the playoff run and being able to really lead them. I think I recorded you a few times at certain tournaments, and you were just having your way, having your day at these tournaments. Like I think your confidence was at an
Hmm.
all time high by that time your senior year had ended. Um, so just kind of talk about like just your high your last year of high school. Like what was that journey like? Just being able just to look back and be like, man, like I learned this my junior year, my senior year, to be able to prepare yourself for the college years.
That my whole senior year, I was just trying to really prepare. I knew I was gonna put up numbers. I knew that the team I was on, we was gonna win games and stuff like that. I really was just trying to prepare myself mentally. Like I knew I was gonna have a team that in that playoff run. I knew my team was gonna need me, so I wanted to do whatever I had to do, mentally, physically, to put them on my back and try to get as much wins and have that run as much as possible.
Got you. So before we even get to college, I want to talk about you and your dad relationship. I think that's like one of the hot topics of parents really ruining kids' opportunity to play at the next level.
Hmm.
You were still able to get to the next level, but I think your dad is different. Like he's going to speak his mind. He's going to work for you. He's going to hold you accountable. But I think that gets portrayed as the bad cop, like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just because he's outspoken, he's loud. I want you to be 100% honest, like, you know what I'm saying, answering these regardless of the relationship. But do you think, like, he could have did things different, or, like, when you look back, he did what he do? Because at the end of the day, he going to do for you that he gonna not going to do for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
um, so do you, when you look back at that situation, you be like, damn, I moved schools 4 years in a row. I'm at a school there every year. I'm on different AAU teams. Like it just seems like I'm always bouncing around. So do you, when you look back at that situation, do you feel like, dang, dad, like I love you, but you could have did this a different way?
Yeah, we've had conversations about like uh moving schools and like the schools I wasn't supposed to play there. He's admitted like I shouldn't have made this move. So that's probably the only thing that I feel like we probably shouldn't have done was move as many as schools as I wanted. But it's how um, presented on social media and how I'm okay with how he is off of social media, off of the court. I know how he is as a person. So on the outside looking in, people may not understand. They might feel like, oh, he's big headed. He's gonna like make her college career very hard, but it's really nothing to me.
hmm so you, like you said, a lot of people on the outside looking in, not really knowing who he is or what he's about. So do you think it made it harder for coaches to really recruit you the way he did things throughout AAU, throughout high school?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm.
Why you say that?
I mean, a lot of the coaches they stay in touch. If coach want to recruit me because of my dad, then they never reached out to me. So
Got you. So you saying, I don't know, you was breaking up. What was I about to say? So you saying coaches never really asked about your dad when they was conversating to you?
yeah.
Got you. So what advice would you give a kid that that's kind of going through that same situation with a loud parent, a confident parent, um, but they mean well,
Mm.
but at the same time, you got outsiders saying, "Oh, they gonna mess their recruitment up." Like, what would you give a kid um, what type of advice would you give a kid going through that?
Am I still breaking up?
Uh, not right, not just then. Try to connect to the hotel Wi-Fi. Hold on, guys.
Let's see if that worked. I connected. Let's see if it work now.
All right, bet. But yeah, what was the next one? Oh yeah, what advice would you give to a kid that's basically the same dad? Like, do you feel like uh that you said it didn't hurt you,
I mean,
but then look
I
outside look.
think I think it like it depends on personnel.
Hmm.
Like I'm not one to just like I guess give up. It really depends on personnel and what your relationship is like with your parent.
Hmm. Do you feel like so what advice would you give your pops, like looking back over your high school journey and all the, like you said, you talked about the moves, but like
Hmm.
just even the AAU, how he handled situations, how he handled the backlash of being a supportive dad in a sense. Like, I think that's not talked about enough. Like, really how supportive he was. Like, with the moves that he made, yeah, it may have been like, damn, why you do that? But like, at the end of the day, you got to your
Hmm.
destination. You were you supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got your school paid for. Like, so what advice would you give your dad or any other parent that's him, basically?
I'll say like um keep basketball and like at home.
Hmm.
Don't try to mix those things.
So when you say don't mix those things, give me an example of each one.
Like say if I have a bad game, I mean, it's of course like it's okay to criticize your child about they having a bad game, but I feel like bringing it up constantly bringing it up. It's like I don't want to keep. I know I had a bad game. I don't want to keep reminiscing about that bad game.
Right. Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you at St. Louis.
Hmm.
Um, what is we already talked about like what's hard, but like how has he been supportive? Because like I said, like every parent don't have that. Every kid don't have that dynamic of
Hmm.
a supportive dad, and I do feel like having a supportive dad. Yes, everybody got a mom, but like I feel like having that strong father figure, it helps structure who you are as a person, who you are as a player, especially if you're an athlete. Like just being able to have that discipline, that structure. And I know that's something that he's about. So, what, like, how has he been, like, since you're in college? Because I know you missing some of that, but like the stuff that he kind of installed in you, or while you was in high school, like, do you feel like that's kind of like helping you? Because at the end of the day, he ain't there. Like your parents ain't there. So how do you feel like that has helped you at your first year of college?
I definitely feel like the intense criticism he gave me while I was in high school and back home is definitely like it's showing how it's showing when my coaches is getting on me when they want me to do things a certain way, even if it's something that it's not my fault, but I could have told my teammate you good next play, stuff like that. It's definitely showing and it's definitely improving as well.
Got you. So you picked St. Louis. Why you pick St. Louis
Um,
out of all the schools? 'Cause I think you had bigger schools in
yeah.
St. Louis. So why the St. Louis move?
I mean, I think it's just I'm here. It's very family oriented. Everything we do, we try to do it together. It's not a break within the team. Like every time someone does something, they text the group chat like, "Hey, you guys want to do this?" Or every time the coaches have something at their house, "Hey, you guys want to come?" and stuff like that. We just do everything together. And I feel like coming back from home, I'm big on family, and then just
Hmm.
coming and being a part of something like that, that was something I wanted to be a part of. And also like playing time. Like I'm a scorer. I want to be able to be on the court and play and showcase my skills. So that was also a big thing for me.
Got you. So of course, saying Will's supportive, your dad's supportive. Uh, we see all your practice film. You know what I'm saying? Like you busting heads in there, but like um, you started the first two scrimmages, right?
Mhm.
Like just talk about that and just like, and not every freshman gets to do that. Like, so say for instance, you would have went to UCF, you would have went to SMU, like ACC, Big 12, like you may not have had the chance to really start or
Yeah.
even get in a rotation like that. And you putting them numbers, I think you had double digits the first game, first scrimmage, and then you had 20 like the next one. Like, I mean, of course you putting in the work, but like just talk about the confidence, the availability, the to be able to come into a system to where you really can be Sean. Like you said, you a scorer at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So just talk about like this relationship with your coach and being able to trust you
Um,
as a freshman.
my coach, she lets me know every practice that I could be one of the best players to come, one of the best freshmen in this conference, one of the best players in this conference. So just her steady giving me that confidence, and also my teammates giving me that confidence, it's just it solidifies what I can do in this program, and it also I mean it it I mean how can I explain this? Like I just I know I gotta come in every practice and every game and bust my butt because I
Hmm.
know that I have stuff I have to do in order for this team to be successful.
Got you. So what is some of your personal goals for this first year? Because this is the first official game, right? That's coming up.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, like
first game or like the season?
like the first. Is this the first official
No,
game
I'm
that you
saying
playing?
like you asking my goals for this game
Oh,
or
just
like
season in general.
I want to have freshman of the year, a rookie of the year in the conference.
Hmm.
I want to try to at least average 15 a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got you. So, how is like St. Louis being like as a whole, like university, like just being from Houston, like what's the dynamics like, the culture like from Houston to St.
Uh,
Louis?
the I'm always on campus, so the dynamic of the campus, it reminds me of Houston because
Hmm.
it's like a downtown Houston. It's more of like a city, so it's pretty much the same thing to me. I like it
Yeah,
though.
got you. What you think gonna be the hardest thing during the season to kind of balance?
Uh, Probably school
Yeah.
because we on the road a lot, and I'm in a
Mm,
nursing major, and that's already hard as it is. So balancing school, and I mean that comes with being a student athlete. So of course I'm gonna
right.
be able to figure that out. But I'm a freshman. It's something new, so definitely probably balancing school and basketball.
Got you. So I want to ask like one more question about your pops. Like, I mean, he's always big on moving um, or getting a better
Mhm.
opportunity. Don't really want to talk back. I want you to focus on the season. But like,
Yeah.
let's say you have a crazy year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you love St. Louis, but um, and it's like I said, it's something you can think about later. But like, the calls are going to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that just is the name of the game. But if that decision ever like came, what goes into thinking about that process?
Well, I definitely will have to have a conversation with my parents. Cause I mean, my dad, he knows more about like the transferring and the logistics of everything of going to another school. So I
Hmm.
definitely will have to have a conversation with them before anything. We will have to come to a mutual agreement on what would
Hmm.
be best for me.
Now, with that being said, you're in college now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna be like the lead
Mhm.
decision maker in a sense. They just gonna be there for support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that comes with wearing some big girl shorts. You know what I'm saying? Of like, dang, like, am I gonna stay or am I gonna go?
Mhm.
But yeah, I think you're gonna have a good year. I think you where you supposed to be to have the college career that you want. That everybody didn't expect you to have because of your dad's support or call it the bad guy syndrome or whatever the case may be. But I'm excited. I'm excited for you. What is something? What is some advice that you would give? It can be anything that you would give a parent of going through a situation of a kid getting overlooked, even though you know your kid. Not saying we daydreaming, we delusional. Like you know your kid can play
Mhm.
at the next level, and you've seen your kid bust 5-star, 4-star heads in competition in high level games. What is some advice that you would give a parent and you would give a kid dealing basically what you had to deal with?
For the kid, I would just tell them to keep their head up and stay consistent. Also, run your own race. Run your own race, just because. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of kids that you're out here better than. Like for me, it was a lot of kids out here that I knew I was better than, but what they like the offers, they offers start rolling in fast. They started getting better offers. I would just say run your own race.
Got you. And for the parent,
Also, just be consistent and believe in your kid. If you see them that they're putting in work and every day consistent, they're doing what they got to do in the game, out of the game. Just, I mean, just they got to just keep being consistent. You just got to keep being patient.
got you. Well, I know you got to get to practice here in a little bit, but it's good talking to you. I'm excited to see what the season's gonna be like for you. Freshman of the year,
Yeah.
let's get it, man. Oh, like, hey, listen, we know, we know, but yeah, man. Good luck on the season, and I'm excited to see what the season's gonna be like. Your career gonna be like. I'm
Hmm.
rooting for you, for sure. And then, but yeah, man. Until then, let's talk about
All
it.
right. See y'all later.
All right, now.